Hi guys. So I just got back from seeing Presence, which is a new horror film from Neon and was one of my most anticipated horror films of the year. This film is a haunted house ghost movie that is told entirely from the first person perspective of the ghost. So think Paranormal Activity, except role reverse, pretty much, for the perspective. Now, I feel like this is one of these movies where we get these movies all the time, whether it's from any studio. Most notable studios would be A24, Neon, IFC, Shudder, sometimes Universal or 20th Century Studios, but whatever. We get these kind of movies all the time where they are they look like they're going to be something else, but they are something completely different than what the uh, marketing makes it seem like. And that is the case with this movie, Presence. Now, the marketing for this film, I will say, definitely does paint it as a different film than it is to a degree. I wouldn't say that it's incredibly deceptive, but I feel like if you're going into this film expecting a ghost story like, The Conjuring or something like that, or like, a ghost story like that, then you will probably think this is really boring and be like, oh, nothing happened in it. But if you are someone who could really appreciate subtle horror that is deals with a lot of drama and the supernatural horror to it, then I think you'll really enjoy this. And that being said, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought all the actors did amazing in the film. The daughter is a character that I personally connected with in a way. I thought she was excellent. The brother is an asshole for 99% of the movie. He's a complete asshole and he plays it so well. And the two parents, I feel like one played by Lucy Liu, do excellent jobs of like siding with both of their kids, and you get this really nice family dynamic that you can definitely connect with. And there is a lot of family drama in this movie that I did feel like was I feel like it really did work. It worked a lot. And the performances from everyone sold it all. I really liked the whole premise of the movie with the connecting the like taking the perspective of a ghost and have it watching a family. I love that. I think that is a really interesting concept, and this movie plays it very well. Now, even though this isn't a found footage film, it is told entirely from the POV of the ghost, and I feel like the camera work might make people feel queasy like found footage does, even though this isn't a found footage film. But um, this is a movie that I know it's only January where so I will say I found this movie to be really unsettling. And really it gave me mad chills. I'm just gonna be honest, it did. It really did give me chills. And I think a lot of people, if you're someone who just if subtle classic horror filmmaking just is boring to you, then you're just gonna be like, nothing happened in this, and you're just gonna be like, it's boring, and how can anyone be scared by it? But if you appreciate unique, subtle horror, then I feel like you will find this film to be really enjoyable and unsettling at the same time, with a really great atmosphere and a really nice unsettling vibe to it. Because I did feel like this film was pretty unsettling for most of the runtime, and it definitely gave me chills, especially in the end as well. Which this is a movie that I could definitely do like a spoiler talk video on, but obviously I'm a completely spoiler free channel, so I'm not going to do that. But there is quite a bit to talk with this movie. Um, Now I will say, I felt a little disappointed with it. I feel like we maybe got a little bit more answers with the movie, and that being said, this is like a rare case scenario for me. So when sometimes when a movie is like 2 hours, I'd be like, oh, they could have shortened that by at least a half hour. This movie is only an hour and 25 minutes. I feel like it should have been at least 20 minutes longer. That's something I almost never say, but for this movie, I feel like it should have been. Last year we had a movie that I absolutely loved around the same runtime as Riel, and that one, even though yes, it's a short runtime for this pretty much the same runtime as this movie, I feel like that movie was very warranted for the runtime of it had for the very short runtime, and it gave enough info to you in that short runtime for the world building. And while this film does give you info for world building, I feel like if it was at least 15 or so minutes longer, it would have provided a little bit more than it did need for it. But that's how I would tweak things. So not a perfect movie, but still a very damn good movie that I do recommend. If what I said intrigues you. So I feel like that if you are someone that so um like I said, it's only January, but I feel like within the next 11 months this film will get brought up in conversation as one of the most split films of the year. I have no doubt about that. But I feel like that if you are someone who misses the old days of paranormal activity type of movies and you want to see a more unique spin on it, then I feel like this film will definitely grab you, and I feel like you also really enjoy it. So that's my review on Presence. If you've seen it, let me know what you think about it in the comments, and as always, subscribe to me to see more horror and thriller reviews.